The date object in JavaScript provides various methods to work with dates and times. It's an essential tool for handling any date-related operations in your code. In this lesson, we will explore some of the most useful methods provided by the date object using our bar employees as examples. In our employee datasets, we would also like to include information about the date they started working at the bar. To create a new date object, you can use the new date constructor. Let's add a start date to our employee data like this. Bartender start date equals new date 2024, 5, 15, and this will be June 15, 2024, because months have 0 base index, so June is 5. And waitress start date will be new date 2024, 3, 25, and this is April 25th, 2024. We can get the current date and time by creating a new date object without any arguments. Current date equals new date, and then if we console log current date and time, current date, we get a current date. We can also use various methods to get individual components of a date, such as the year, month, and day. So to get a year, let's use bartender start date getFullYear. To get a month, we can use bartender start date getMonth, and months have 0 base index. And to get a date, we can use bartender start date getDate. And now if we print this information, bartender's start date is year, month plus 1, and a day, we get June 15, 2024. We can also format dates to a more readable format using toLocaleDateString. For example, options equals year numeric, month long, and day numeric. And now let's console log bartender start date to localeDateString English, and let's give it options as a second argument, and we get June 15, 2024. We can compare two dates using comparison operators. Let's check if John started working earlier. Is John starting first equals bartender start date less than waitress start date, and we get false. So Jennifer starts work earlier. The date object allows us to perform comparisons using greater than and less than operators. Let's also try to check for date equality. For example, date 1 equals new date 2025, first and first, and the date 2 will be the same. And now console log date 1 equals date 2, we get false. To check for date equality, use the getTime method, which returns the number of milliseconds since January 1st, 1970. Console log date 1 getTime equals date 2 getTime, and we get true since it checks for number of milliseconds instead of object reference equality. We received a message from Jenny saying that she will be starting a week later due to getting the flu. We can set individual components of a date using methods like setFullYear, setMonth, setDate, and so on. Let's change Jennifer's start date to May 1st, 2024. Waitress start date setMonth 4. May is 4 due to 0 base index. And waitress start date setDate 1. And date was changed to May 1st. To summarize, creating dates, use new date to create date objects. Getting date information, use methods like getFullYear, getMonth, and getDate to retrieve individual components of date. Comparing dates, use comparison operators to compare dates or getTime for equality checks. Formatting dates, use toLocaleDateString to format dates into more readable format. And modifying dates, use methods like setFullYear, setMonth, and setDate to change individual components of date. By mastering the date object methods, you can handle a wide range of date and time operations in your JavaScript code efficiently.